Okay, let's go. Let's shoot it.
The long and winding road that leads to the victim.
My name is Michael Biehn, and I play this character in the movie. His name is Kyle.
Are you Kyle L'Amato?
Yes.
I play Detective James Harrison, who is a man with flaws.
What are you attempting to build here?
I don't know. I just started building, man, because it was there. Because it was there.
My name is Jennifer Blanc, or Jennifer Blanc-Biehn, and my character is Annie. She is the heroine. She's a sort of a controversial heroine, but she's the heroine.
My deepest apologies.
I'm Danielle Harris. I play Mary in The Victim. I actually directed Jennifer in a short film that I directed, so it was sort of her chance to get me back for torturing her a little bit, and she did.
Wait.
Look at me and tell me you're a whore.
Would you just come already?
Michael and Jen, we're going to be doing this movie called The Victim. It was going to originally be done in Washington, and then it came down here, and thank God that I have good friends, and they have backed me up on this.
You're in this neck deep, and you know it!
Take your time. Take your time.
Fuck!
How would I describe it?
Suspense and the psychological thriller.
Character-driven, performance-driven.
There is gore, there is suspense, there is drama, it's gritty, it's dark.
Creepy, eerie tone and feel.
It has its own little twist. It's not like everything else.
What it is it's a small story, but it really shows different dimensions of people who get caught up in something that's really bad.
There's some bizarre twists in this movie, and I think that you will question, you know, who to trust, who truly is the victim here.
It's kind of like a grindhouse movie, you know? I think people would just go, you know, that was a cool movie.
You know, my brother told me about this and how things were coming together, and he sent over the script, and I've read scripts before, but I was pretty impressed with the script, and actually I read it a couple of times, and that's when I decided that I thought I'd come over and see him work.
When the car comes down, you can't see the house.
Right.
And then the car comes forward.
Okay, let's do that. Let's pivot around the tree.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I like that idea.
Okay, so let's do it again. Back to one.
Our whole family's very proud of him.
Everybody here has really, you know, stepped up. The only person that ever seems like they're going crazy is me.
The judge?
What the fuck is going on here? And everybody else is with Jennifer sometimes.
Sorry.
But everybody else is cool, calm, and collected and doing their job.
Michael he's done a lot of brilliant acting. He's now making more of a transition to directing and producing, and he's moving into that spot quite well. It's not easy to go from being in front of the camera to being behind the camera and then doing both at the same time.
I kind of like him looking down. Okay. And then you can come up, all right?
Go rolling!
The whole process of putting this together and producing it and watching Jennifer produce it has been kind of difficult and exhilarating at the same time. I mean, it's so much work, and you know, we're kind of pulling our hair out to get things done and get things done right. Hey, what's that?
It's good. It's actually, well.
We're still rolling.
When I say cut, that means cut.
It's a cut. Funny, because I mean, they had such different roles on the last movie when I first met them. They were actors, and that was it. I mean, they had a little bit of hand in the rewrites and all that, but they're so passionate about this movie. I've never seen anybody care so much.
It came together really, really fast, and I really say that Jennifer did a really great job, because that woman was dedicated to making this happen, and we wouldn't be here if she hadn't have pushed to get this to go up.
I've always been an actress, and I've always thought I would be good at acting and producing. I do get a little high-strung. Where my strong points are as a producer is I'm not afraid to go talk to people. I'm not afraid to pitch it. I'm not afraid to tell you the strong points of something and get people excited with me about it.
Brock is very good visually.
So what's happening Tuesday, Wednesday?
Our hands right here, right? Low enough, and then you're still on the 50, aren't you? I moved to 25.
Him and Eric Curtis, our DP.
We have to expose for the shadow. We can't expose for the highlights, or you'll blow out, and then it's irretrievable. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but just watching it through the monitor, it looks great. Jennifer and Lorna organized everything really well.
She's like the master of getting something done for a low budget.
I trusted the creative vision of Michael Biehn, and also the personal relationship was something all the cast members and coming together, kind of family and friends.
Everyone's coming together as a team. It's fun, man. It makes life exciting.
You guys are throwing these looks like, yeah, you're getting it on, you're getting it on.
These two are like,
you're throwing these looks like these fucking guys are asses, all right?
There's a lot of sexuality that we kind of push the envelope far.
My daughter will have to wait till she's 18 before she sees this.
This frame is so tight, it looks like you're jumping up and down. So keep your head steady, and it's just thrusting in, and nothing, don't let your head go up and down. All right. Start over! Speed.
Sound speed, let's slate.
You always giggle so much in bed, Denny? You always giggle so much in bed? Yeah, you're a giggler. I figured you were for a giggler. All right.
Sometimes when you're working on a really low-budget film, you end up, finding yourself in situations that are almost comical. We weren't allowed to use squibs. We could have used them if we had enough money and paid off the fire marshal and so on and so forth, but we couldn't use squibs, which were the bullet hits on Denny, and everybody was trying to come up with different ways to make these bullet hits look right. We were talking about paintball guns, which I'd seen used before, but that didn't work out for us, and so the makeup artist told me that she'd worked on a film where they had taken peas and soaked them in blood, in fake blood, and shot these peas that had been soaked overnight through straws, and they would hit, and it would make it look like a blood hit, and I thought, well, whatever, might as well give it a try. So we had these straws, and we had these, like, frozen peas that were soaked in blood, and then call action, and we shoot these peas out. And
Look up Denny's.
This is hilarious.
Is this the 50 now?
No. You could clearly see, like, like this pea bouncing off. I guess we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is, we'll paint on the first two hits. Anyway, we ended up cutting it together, so it ended up looking really good. But we did that the real old-fashioned way.
The fight with Kyle and I, with Michael's character and I, was tremendously difficult.
Camera set.
Didn't use any stuntmen, and I've got the bruises to prove it.
Everything you see in the movie, either I did or Ryan did.
Or I did.
Or Jennifer did.
Okay, so.
We didn't have any stunt people on the show. We had just had a coordinator, somebody actually who owns the property in where we were shooting, and he was invaluable actually to helping us make the movie.
You get it
first and you pick them up. How about, look, I'll just, John, if you're done. Let me be right here.
Let's see it real quick, guys. Quiet, please.
We had, Tony there to make sure that we were safe, but Michael doesn't hold back and encouraged me to not do the same. I think it's going to show in the fight scene. Michael, as I said, is the kind of guy who goes for it. And I have a sequence where I'm choking him.
Against my stunt coordinator's advice, I asked Ryan to put a LAPD chokehold on me to make it look realistic.
he turns to me right before the take and says, "Okay, just choke me, and I'll just tap you out. Just give me a little on the arm when it's too much." And I was like, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah." And I look at Tony, the stunt guy, and he's like, Michael's like, go for it. So I choked him, and I'm a big guy, and went for it per Michael's instructions, and he tapped me out, but he tapped me out just as he was blacking out.
I got to a point where I felt like I'd better tap out, and I tapped out, but it was a little bit too late.
You okay?
Okay, guys, sorry.
Got?
All right, this is not going to happen again.
He passed out.
I knew that like something was really wrong, but I couldn't talk, and I thought maybe I'd had a stroke or something. I was confused, and I was in a kind of in that another world.
It was this.
Yeah, it was like playing the piano in his
this
dreams.
thing. It scared the shit out of me.
Okay, guys, sorry.
Got?
All right,
About a minute later, he was fine, and it all, I guess, worked out in the end. But it's sort of a terrifying moment when you choke out one of your boyhood heroes and realize that you just about offed someone that you grew up idolizing. So I would have felt really bad if I'd killed him.
I just said, if I'm going to play this role, I'd really love it if you changed the name to Annie, because my grandfather used to call my grandmother Annie. She gave me the strength to be a part of pushing this project into fruition.
I don't know what it is about this movie, but it just seems to have a little bit of magic involved in it. That every time that we go to do something, it turns out really well.
Good, perfect, great. That's tight.
I was very happy to show Jennifer and Michael loads of roads in Topanga.
She's just been instrumental in helping us get in here, up here.
We've got a really good crew, a lot of young people who are really excited to be on the set and working really hard.
I know Michael and Jennifer. Michael's my uncle. Jennifer knows I'm interested in makeup, so she contacted me and asked me if I was interested, and I said yes.
Awesome. Awesomeness, I have to say. Everybody, cast, crew, everybody has made this the most amazing experience for me.
Everybody's been so pleasant, so willing to help each other out, which is great.
It was fun, like, just seeing how everyone got along and how we all do different things. We're able to come together and just work together.
I'm also doing some PAing. I'm doing some production coordinating. Who knows? It just seems as if we come together as a team.
20-hour days, nights and weekends, constantly at your beck and call.
Let's just say that I haven't slept a lot since I got here.
We've had a lot of people that came in to be dedicated to the cause.
Everybody really seemed excited and wanting to kind of jump on and be a part of something from the ground up.
We're just at this house and we've got a small crew, but everyone's here because they want to be. I love that you guys are doing this movie, and I want to support however I can.
Bottom line is I'm here to support Jennifer Blanc, Michael Biehn, very dear friends of mine, Danielle Harris. I'm happy to be a part of it because, they mean so much to me, and this experience is huge for them.
The dedication is unbelievable. You could tell they're like living this movie right now.
I mean, we really put our heart and souls into this movie.
I care a lot about this film, and it's nice to see people doing it for the creativity of it.
I actually got offered this movie by a dear friend of mine who wanted to work with me, named Jennifer Blanc, and I'm very thrilled about that. Michael Biehn directed this segment, and I'm really excited about that. He was a pleasure to work with.
There's Michael, who is siphoning performances out of people that are... I feel like I want him to be there on every single set I'm on from now on.
You keep going. Don't stop until he says sorry, babe.
Okay.
Don't let him stop you.
Okay.
All right? All right. Cut. Do it again. It's just all very sloppy.
Michael is incredible.
Let's do it again. And wait till you get in, sit down, and then look over there and say drive, bitch. And take your time there. Take your fucking moment.
He pushes you there. I mean, he he helped me so much to just be in those really, really intense moments and not go anywhere and stay with him, even when we're resetting or relighting, literally holding my hand and keeping me in it, so that, you know, there's no trace of Ryan as a husband or father or friend or any of that. You're just living the character.
Most of the characters I play are me under the circumstances in which the character finds himself during the story.
With his years of experience of bringing like really, really intense characters to the screen, he knows how to do that. Plus, we're in a relationship, so sometimes there's the regular just life frustration that'll happen between us in the moment if I'm not getting there and he's trying to push me, and somehow me getting frustrated with him then pushes me to the other side of the performance.
I've never seen Jennifer work, and I know that she and Michael have done work together. I've seen the films, but to watch them work together and just being on the inside of the whole process and how they talk together, and it's not just about the acting role, it's about the whole project. And I think they work very well together, and I think that's neat to see.
There are times that we're really at odds with each other and really snippy with each other, but somehow it seems to kind of work. We end up like having a big fight where we're screaming at each other, and then they roll cameras and it's her close-up, and you know, she's great in it.
Don't cut! Why do you have to cut?
Because she said yes too early. Then you gotta,
So?
now your performance is all angry. It was perfect.
Take a breath, Jen.
Telling you you're missing your line, that's all.
Still rolling, still rolling. Take a breath, you got it, girl. Do this. Still rolling.
Yeah.
Michael said something to me when he was helping me in a scene. He was behind the camera and it was my close-up. And it really affected me, and he just said, dig deep, baby, dig deep. I don't know exactly what it is in each moment, but it's definitely digging deep.
She's great throughout the entire movie. I think she's giving a great performance.
I think you like me. You like me. But I know you'll find
I like her. That was a good take.
screaming beauty. You've been holding it in for so long. Screaming beauty, I can't tell your heart what's wrong. Let it out. You gotta breathe. You know that this ain't healthy. Screaming beauty, let go, let go, let go.
It's going really well today. And then I told Jen that she screwed up the take, and this is what happened, dude. She looks so sweet.
Screaming beauty, I can't tell your heart what's wrong. Let it out.
Sorry.
You gotta breathe. You know that this ain't healthy. Screaming beauty, let go, let go, let go.
I'm especially proud of Jennifer, Michael, really proud of Randy too with his music.
Screaming beauty, you've been holding it in for so long. Gotta let it out, I've got to breathe. I know that I'm not healthy.
I hope the audience walks away thinking, when's the sequel coming out?
So do you think